Good morning, I'm Belle, welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday the 6th of May, it's Bank Holiday Monday, and today I'm going to show you what I eat in a day following Slimming World's Extra Easy plan. So I'm off work today obviously for the bank holiday, so I've got a bit more opportunity to use the oven and actually show you what I'm eating. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to have a good day on plan. Yesterday wasn't on plan, we went out for the day and yeah, I had a few treats, but I did a lovely long walk and back on it today. So brekkie is a fruit platter, so I've just got a pink lady apple, a pear and some strawberries, which are all speed, and then I've got one of the Skier light and free yogurts. These are on offer at Tesco's at the moment. I think it was something like 50p, or anyway, it was cheap. I think these are half a sin. I've also seen these on lovely Tracy Mouse's channel, but these are absolutely delicious, really thick and creamy. 14 grams of protein, no added sugar, no fat, and yeah, really nice. So I'm going to dip my fruit into that. Then I've got a sugar-free summer fruit and I've got a black coffee. So this is this morning's brekkie, just half a sim. So if you've watched my weigh and update video, you'll know that I'm trying to do some kind of slow cooker meals to take to work so that I am full at lunchtime and don't end up eating all the biscuits. So I thought I'd try some barbecue pulled pork in the slow cooker. I saw lovely Jane Gammons do something similar recently and she inspired me. So I've had a bit of a Google and I found a couple of recipes. So if you followed me for a while, you'll know that I am the least precise cook. I'm rubbish at following recipes, so don't do what I do. Actually do follow a recipe, but I've just kind of loosely taken the ingredients from one of the Pinch of Nom recipes for pulled pork, but I'm going to do mine in the slow cooker. So I'll show you what I'm using, but if I was you, I would definitely follow their recipes rather than me. I should also say that I don't like touching raw meat, and all the pork joints I could see had quite a lot of fat on. And I didn't want to remove it, so I have just got diced lean pork. I got 500 grams and I've already put that in a slow cooker, but I'll show you what else I have used. So I've used some sliced frozen red onion. I used about half a bag. The recipe called for 2 brown onions, but I just didn't have any, so I've used frozen. I've used probably just over a teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon of Splenda sweetener. I've used a tablespoon of Worcester sauce. I've used 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. The recipe I saw said to use white wine vinegar and balsamic vinegar, but I don't have any white wine vinegar, so I'm just improvising. I used a teaspoon of Coleman's mustard powder. I used probably about a tablespoon of garlic granules because I don't have any fresh. I made up 250 mils of beef stock using one of these beef stock gels. I used 3 tablespoons of Schwartz classic barbecue seasoning. I think some of these do have a sin value, but I don't think this one does. Yeah, so I just chucked in 3 tablespoons of that. I put a little drizzle of lemon juice. I used is it 500 grams or 500 mils of passata. Now the recipe said to use chopped tomatoes and tomato puree, which probably would be much nicer, but I just don't have any, so I've used passata. And then the recipe said to use Frank's hot sauce. Again, I don't have any, so I've used a tablespoon of sriracha sauce, this chili stuff, which vary in sin values, but this one is 1 sin tablespoon. So all I've done is chucked all this with 500 grams of lean diced pork into the slow cooker. I'm going to leave it cooking for about 6 hours. I'll probably have it for my tea tonight. So yeah, I will show you what it looks like later. So it's not great lighting, but this is the slow cooker about to go on. It smells really nice. So yeah, as I say, I'm just going to chuck this on for about 6 hours and I will show you what it looks like later. So it's 11:30 and I'm a little bit peckish, but I don't want anything too big because I'm going to have lunch soon. So I'm just going to have one of the half a sin raspberry yogurt jellies that I made earlier in the week. So this has just got a sugar-free raspberry jelly, some fat-free Greek natural yogurt, and then a few raspberries. So this will be half a sin. So it's about 1:30. Apologies for the noise. I've got the act fry and the washing machine on. But I am just starting lunch. I've just put a couple of veggie sausages in the act fry. and I'm just going to fry some veggies in fry light and some fajita seasoning just for my speed. So I've got some mushrooms that need eating, and then I've got one of these fajita mixes from Tesco, which just got peppers, red onions and coriander. So I'm going to fry all this off together and I will show you what it looks like on the plate. So at 2 o'clock, this is lunch. Apologies for the noise, that's the washing machine. I've got 2 of the Linda McCartney vegetarian sausages that I've done in the act to fry. They are half a cent each. If you have the red onion and rosemary, they're free, but I've just got the veggie ones. I've got half a packet of Tesco's microwave golden vegetable rice. So this is 1.5 cents for the whole pouch, but I've just got just under half a pouch. So it'll be 0.75 a cent for that. I've got some spinach for speed. I've got the veggies I showed you earlier that I have just fried in fry light, and the JD seasoning fajita spice. I did add a little bit of quark, but it was a bit of a fail. But yeah, lots of speed there. And I'm also going to add 1 tin of Heinz Classic Barbecue. So tin wise, it'll be 1 tin for the barbecue sauce, 1 tin for the sausages, and 0.75 cents for the rice. I'm also having a glass of sugar-free summer fruits. So this is today's random lunch. So I've just cleaned up from lunch, and for pudding today I've just got a pear, which is a speed food, and a no added sugar cloudy lemonade. So it's not great lighting, but this is the barbecue pork all done. So it was in the slow cooker for about 6.5 hours, and the only reason I left it on for 6.5 hours is for the last kind of hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. I've had it on high with the lid off, just to kind of thicken up the sauce a bit. Where I used passata, it was probably a little bit runny, so now I've kind of thickened it up by turning it on to high for a couple of hours. It's much better, much thicker. So yeah, this is it, and I think I'll probably have some of this for tea, so I'll show you what it looks like later. So it's 5 o'clock and I'm just getting dinner ready. While that cooks, I am super peckish, so I'm just having a pink lady apple, which is speed food, and a glass of no added sugar summer fruit squash, and I'll show you what dinner looks like in a bit. So at 5:30, this is this evening's dinner. I've got the barbecue pork that I did in the slow cooker. I've got a salad, which I've done with spinach, baby plum tomatoes, and then I've added some of the Tesco's pink slaw, which is a free food. And then I've just done some wedges in the Actifry, just with fry light and JD seasoning, chip and wedge spice. So I'm going to count half a tin for the pork just to be super safe. The only things in the pork that had a sin value were the sriracha and the sweetener. So it really doesn't have a sin value, but to be safe, I'm going to count half a tin. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon, so half a tin of light garlic mayonnaise from Tesco's. So my dinner will be 1 tin, and it smells absolutely lush. So it's coming up for 7 o'clock, and I am finishing my day with a cup of tea, decaf tea with a bit of skim milk in. I've got 2 hi-fis for my healthy bee. I might not eat them both, I'll see how I feel, but yeah, they're my healthy bee. And then I've got one of the Nice by Nature's blended fruit ice lollies. So the packet looks like that. I got these in Tesco's, mango and banana, no added sugar, so I think it's just kind of blended fruit. 24 calories, so I would imagine it'll be 1 tin or 1.5 cins. I'll count 1.5 to be safe. So I think I'm finishing today on 6.25 cins, something like that. This is the only drink that I've had today with milk in, and I haven't used my second healthy extra A at all. But yeah, it's been a good down plan. I think really enjoyed my brekkie. Lunch was a bit random, but I did enjoy it. My dinner was nice. I liked the sauce. Didn't really taste like barbecue sauce, but to be fair, I didn't really follow a recipe, so I only have myself to blame. I do think it'd probably be a bit nicer with a proper pork joint, but again, that's my fault. So yeah, but it was really, really nice. The wedges were lovely, the salad was lovely, and yeah, I've got a couple of portions of that to take to work for lunches for the week. So yeah, good day on plan. As always, do check the Synapple calculator for anything that I've mentioned, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Take care, bye!